Was Twisted Metal Small Brawl really that bad of a game? I
Is
noticed a lot
Twisted
of people
Metal
remark on how
Small
bad
Brawl
this game
easily
is,
the
and I
worst game
honestly
in the
wonder if
series?
I'm playing the same game as them. This is probably one of my favorite Twisted Metal games in this series, and there's a lot of fun to be had once you get past a child-friendly exterior. It's like the devs looked at Battlebots and decided to make their own version of it, and this is what we got. However, I'm not going to say this is the best game in this series, and it definitely has its flaws. Like the fact that it came out after Twisted Metal Black and it looks worse in comparison because it's on the PlayStation 1. This game also plays like a slowed down version of Black, and you face less AI opponents per match. But I don't entirely mind this because the AI in most Twisted Metal games is relentless. Especially because the AI would only go for you in these games, and it's not a free-for-all like the contest would suggest. But I can definitely see why people would enjoy the faster pace and greater challenge, so I think that point boils down to personal preference. The tone of this game is also a complete 180 from Black. Black is like a slasher film, and then this game is like a Saturday morning cartoon. I can imagine that being really jarring at the time. The cutscenes are also more juvenile. The plot basically revolves around Calypso being a bully and the kids trying to get back at him. It's cool seeing the endings for drivers in the other games, but personally I care way more about the gameplay. Some of the endings aren't even that bad to be honest. But like the gameplay, I think it boils down to personal preference. I also think the boss fights are lame. Trapper is a cheating bitch and Piecemeal can be boring. So with the cons out of the way, what are the pros? Something that really stands out to me in this game is the level design. The maps overall are just really well done and extremely interactive. They all take place in everyday locations, but the creativity of the game really shines here. And it feels like they had a lot of fun making these maps. It's like the maps themselves in this game are characters. They have their own unique charm. I like how they carried over the progression from Black, with being able to find characters in the environments, and progressing through the endurance mode unlocks extra maps. This game encourages you to try everything it has to offer. You can actually save in this game instead of using codes, compared to their other PlayStation 1 titles. You start off with 11 total characters, but you can bump that up to 16. There's also 8 maps from the get-go, and you can unlock 3 more through endurance mode. So there's a really nice variety to everything, and reasons to come back to the game. Small Brawl probably has my favorite version of Axel with his Missile Barrage special. I also really like this version of Darkside. Slam feels right at home in these environments. I think this also has the best version of Hammerhead. Mime is my favorite new character for this game because she forces you to think on your feet and you have to adapt. Most of the sound effects are pretty alright, with the real standouts being remote bombs, power missiles, and cars exploding. The music in this game is also remixes from Twisted Metal 1 and 2. It's like this game is a big love letter to the previous Twisted Metal games, made by Single Track, to get a new generation into the franchise. Like I said before though, I don't think this is the best game in the franchise, but it's definitely one of my favorites. I find this one the easiest to come back to. It's pretty chill and it has really fun levels. I could see why people dislike it, but I personally love it. I've been consuming a lot of Twisted Metal content lately on YouTube and I figured I'd just weigh in my 2 cents on this game. It's not perfect, but I don't think it's trying to be. It's a fun game with a lot of charm. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment if you agree or disagree with me. And I'll see you next time.